don't carry this.
Dude,
Right?
that's oh,
Welcome to News Across the Galaxy, where we talk all things LA Galaxy. Before we start, 2020 has been a crazy year, and we just wanted to take a second to give a moment of silence to a couple of fallen people that were popular in the Hispanic community, also the Black community, and any Marvel or superhero fan. I'm totally gonna botch his name. Chadwick Boseman, I think was his name, right, Edgar? And
Sorry,
then Boseman, and sorry, I wasn't familiar with the other name you mentioned, Edgar.
El Loco Valdez.
Loco Valdez. So we're just gonna take a moment of silence for that before we get on with the show. All right, guys. Thank you for
Wakanda forever.
being patient with us. I know we're late, and this show's starting to get repetitive, man.
Is it?
It is.
How so?
Fuck. Back-to-back wins. Are we gonna keep talking about this?
Are you
guys?
kidding me? We won again?
Oh, hell yeah.
We won again?
Jesus.
That's not the Galaxy. Back-to-back wins.
It's not the Galaxy. I know.
Who is that?
I mean, it's a legit question.
Is it a legit question?
Do you have any legit answers?
Hopefully, we can come up with some here.
Something that's legit.
But oh shit, I should have the schedule here too.
Maybe
Sorry,
you should have had the schedule.
it's been a bit of a shit show here. Again, apologies for us being late. It's Brian's fault, so you guys can blame it on him.
Everybody
No,
booed
you
him.
know, we're just
Boo.
following the lead by MLS because everything's all over the place.
There it is.
Exactly. We're only as good as our league, right?
Facts.
All right. So we're actually gonna start off with questions today. We're gonna switch it up a little different.
Do you have them?
I have them now, Brian. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
What?
Shia LaBeouf.
Okay, 26. Will Jesus keep Pavon more years? He is the best player in MLS.
Why are you so quiet?
Everyone just went quiet, huh?
I was hoping for a Pavon. No?
You guys able to hear me? No? Not
Yeah,
at
I
all?
can hear you. Yeah,
All
yeah
right.
I can hear you.
I'd hope so. It's
Is
the
he
last
not the
thing I
best
need.
player in MLS?
Well, he's asking, is he gonna stay? And he's saying he follows up by saying that he's the best player in MLS.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
sorry.
think so right now. I think
I
so
mean-
right now, dude.
he's doing a lot of
Yeah.
heavy lifting for our club, but I don't know if he's the best player in MLS. I mean, when you're like the best player, like on this roster, you're gonna shine.
Yeah.
Big fish, small pond. But he's
mean-
definitely good.
You mean like
Right.
Alessandrini?
Like Sebastian Legit.
Like Alessandrini? No, he's not the best player in MLS. Does he have the potential to be? Yeah. I think in these last two games, he has shown that he can carry a lot of the load offensively to get those W's. Something we didn't see in the bubble, which I did question because his goal is to make it to Europe. And for that, the platform was the LA Galaxy. In the bubble, he did not perform the part. In these last two games, in rivalry matches, might I add, he's performed the part and more. He scored a PK, which is debatable if it was a PK or not. But I think with these two games, I think the Galaxy has a clear vision of, yes, let's get this player. Is he worth the $20 million that they were trying to put the tag on him first? No. But yes, let's go get him and let's have him be part of the team.
Francis, you pass me a pillow.
And
You pass me this pillow.
And to remind you guys, he's asking if Pavon's going to stay. He said he's the best player in the MLS. He's not asking if he's the best player. Okay.
Is he gonna stay? Yes.
Yeah, he should.
He's the cornerstone of this team at this point.
Yeah,
You
what
could
else
talk
is there,
about
man?
JDS. You could talk about Chicha, but right now he's like the one. He's the one constant. game in, game out, he's gonna bring his A game. He's gonna be a trouble for defenders because some of their guys, they have days off or they're injured and hear about it. But this guy is just like a machine. He's always gone.
Yeah, he has to stay. I've been saying it last year, even when Zlatan was here, that it was no longer Zlatan's team; it was Pavon's team. And depending on how well he did, was going to determine how well we did this season, with or without Chicha. The best part was if he doesn't do well, it's Chicha's fault. If he does well, it's Chicha's fault.
Yeah,
he stays.
Yeah, no, I agree. He stays. And this is one thing Brian has said. Well, I don't know if he wanted to know, people to know, but I agree with him. Unpopular opinion is that 1, he's not a $20 million man. 2, he's not a big European club player. It's gonna come down up to him. I want to believe that the team can convince him, sell him on the city, and this is a big club worldwide. Even though we don't go to Champions League and stuff like that, but it's either you play here or you play for Fulham, right, Edgar?
That's right, baby. Back in the Premier League.
Or
Let's get back to the questions, but I completely disagree with you guys.
All right, cool.
Both the European and the money.
All right.
Well, I'm not saying he's not a European player. What I'm saying is that in these last 2 games, he showed that he could be. In the bubble, he didn't. To me, he didn't at all. He looked out of his game. In these last 2 games, though, he performed.
You mean when he was getting double team and triple team?
Why couldn't they do these teams? Why couldn't they do that in these last 2 games? San Jose knows who we are. LAFC knows who we are. And
San Jose did a double team him.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. In the bubble, he didn't perform the part.
It's hard for anybody to get triple team and perform the part, especially when you're playing out of position as a forward when you're a winger.
Okay, well, you want to go get to Europe? You better show me that you can carry this team getting triple team. Is that not the case usually? You already seen Davies win the Champions League and made Barca look like shit.
Did Davies carry that team?
Doesn't matter. He was a big part of it.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. So when you're talking about when it matters,
what I'm telling you is that in these last 2 games, he looked like he could be a European player that could be an effective player in a big team in these last 2 games because he played the part. In the bubble, he didn't. So now I feel that he could stay.
Blame Brian. Damn, Brian just shitting on everyone today. Bro.
Well, going to the question, dude. I honestly believe that he is going to stay because I don't think there's an option for him anywhere else. There's, with the Rona going on.
That's one thing too.
Yeah, it's like, so I think he's going to stay. What else is there for him, dude? And as far as the other question goes, he's shown that he's really, really good, man. I love him, dude. I love the kid. But is he the best in the MLS? He's still got more games to play for me to say that. So I think right now he's not,
I mean, if we're
trying to be really difficult. Sorry. I think it'd be really difficult for him to make a decision at this point because of, everything that's going on with the Rona. I think the one option that's always been floating around is that he goes back to Argentina,
right?
But back with Boca, and kind of reset, and then see if he can springboard from there to Europe. But a lot of that talk was because Galaxy was doing so bad or underperforming, and these last 3 matches, if you include the Houston match, which they should have won. The team's shown a lot more fight, a lot more grit, and maybe that sways his opinion. Maybe he'll be like, what, it's not so bad here. I live in a nice little house here, in Hermosa Beach, at the beach right there. Yeah, so he's got his parrilla out there, with his with his mate, with his girl. What else could what else could you ask for?
That is true. But I mean, if we're treating it as a question, yeah, best player in the MLS, that's yet to be seen. I argue people that are more important for their teams are people like Pozuelo, and even Lodeiro. But it's yet to be seen. I'm not saying he can't be, but
who are you guys? You're saying those players are more valuable to that team than Pavon is to the LA Galaxy?
Because those players have actually produced wins.
No. Listen to what he said. He said that those players are more important to Toronto and Seattle than Pavon.
Well, the reason I say is yet to be seen is because we remove Pavon and we still suck. I think if you remove Lodeiro or like a Pozuelo, those teams change completely.
Well, I think that goes to what Spenny's talking about.
That's probably Seattle was performing before that. Toronto was winning championships, contesting for cups already.
True. You know, we'll say
Pavon came to a 18-8 posting record LA Galaxy with no playoffs in 3 years before that. With no major wins over their rivals outside of LAFC.
Till this weekend. Hey.
we'll get there in a second. All right, so let's move on then, because we're gonna fuck that up. Right, so 138 Melbro asks, do you believe the process is heating up perfectly for Chicha returns plus Yoni? Thanks. Hashtag my bad.
Yes, absolutely. They're on the right track. The subs are working out good. The conditioning and the team looks a lot better. The fact that they were able to keep up with San Jose and LAFC shows you a lot about where they're at physically compared to when they were in the bubble. And with a kid like Araujo playing so well in that wing, if Yoni is half as good as we hope he is, then he should be absolutely fine with his 6-foot frame out there.
Perfectly said. Perfectly said. No rebuttal.
No rebuttal?
That's
Anybody
exactly
else?
what I had in mind. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That Edgar usually has something to say. You know what?
I mean,
we'll take that as a win.
Dude, I mean, no, you're right. He's right though. But dude, like, think about it, man. I'm not really gonna talk about it much because I want to talk about the game later. But if you think about it, dude, if it's cooking up for him, damn right it's cooking up. Because if you think about it, this last game that we played, freaking, if the way that Chicharito plays, he's always inside the box, dude. He's always inside the 6, the 10, or whatever it is. All those freaking balls, dude, could have been his, dude, easily. I think Chicharito could have walked out with like a fucking hat trick, dude. If he would have played this last game, dude. You know?
Yeah, Zubek doesn't know how to read Pavon yet. What kind of run to make.
So yeah, it's cooking up for him, pretty damn good, man.
So the process is cooking up. The
Hell
process
yeah, dude.
is getting a little heated.
And just imagine, and exactly what Spenny said, dude. Once we get that Yoni, dude, that pass is gonna be right there. Everything's gonna be kind of more or less unlocked, you know.
Which means we're benching Felcher. Fuck yes.
And to David Alava's point on the chat, he's saying also keep in mind Joni hasn't played in 6 months, so I don't see him starting the first couple of matches. That's fine. I wouldn't expect him to come in and be Alessandrini-esque right off the bench. Right. I would expect him, to take 2 or 3 weeks, and that's absolutely fine. The point is that the team is heading in the right direction. GBS made his adjustments, and he has a lineup that we can at least depend on for now.
All of a sudden, huh? All of a fucking sudden.
So
hey, man, I've been calling for that kid to play out that wing since the beginning of the season.
You have.
We'll get into it later, but man.
C76 Classic. How long are we going to keep this winning streak?
Forever.
I don't even know who's next.
I don't know if maybe we can keep an undefeated, or I don't know if we can go unbeaten or just keep an undefeated streak, if that makes sense. I don't know if we can set out to win, another 3 or 4 games in a row, but you could definitely go undefeated with the schedule, especially since you're playing kind of teams that you've been playing for multiple times a year for the last decade.
And tough
Well,
teams.
next match is Portland, so that's going to be an interesting test.
Tough teams.
Portland's always interesting.
Well, no, I mean, considering how we played them already, and MLS is back tournament.
True.
Curious to see. It'll be a litmus test to see how far Galaxy is.
Nah, man, MLS Cup is canceled, dude. Screw that, dude. Fuck that. Just forget about it. We don't even need to remind ourselves what happened in that cup. We're actually looking forward, and the forward looks pretty damn good, man. And who knows? Chicharito, if anything, I think he's going to be expected to play either. I'm pretty sure if he's not ready for this Wednesday, he's going to play against LAFC no matter what. I'm sure of that.
No, yeah, well, one of the things that I've been liking about this team is that they're playing hard, starting from the back with the Pew. So if we don't get the results, as long as they're playing hard, I'm happy with that. Because there's been games that we've lost that they look fucking uninterested and no effort in it. These last 2 games, they looked into the game. Even the coaches are coming off the bench, screaming at their players and stuff like that. If we keep seeing stuff like that, even if they don't get the win, I'm good with that. If we get points out of it,
the biggest difference I've noticed in the last few games is they're really pressuring in the middle and attacking third. Kind of like in hockey, the forecheck, they're really going after them. And that pressure is what's giving us more possession. It's also producing some of the attack, and it's taking some of that pressure off the defense as well.
Yeah.
That's something I've been noticing. I was like, wow, they're a lot more aggressive on defense, but that a lot of that begins in the middle of the field and also and like in that attacking third where they're trying to choke out the teams, keeping them from like really getting going from the back going forward.
Yeah, and it's one of the things they did well, pressuring their defense from the top, which was great.
It's also something I pointed out in the beginning of the season that we were going to be able to do with Chicha over Zlatan. Press the teams coming out.
But you know who did it? Lord Zubac.
Okay,
So, you know what? It's a good time to go to the next question. The kid Isaac asked, how much of an impact will adding Chicharito back into the team make?
Oh,
the difference between scoring another 1 or 2 goals per game.
Yep.
The Zubac goals that we've been missing, those are going to be Chicharitos.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, in theory.
Yeah, it was. Now you mention that, it's interesting because, we've been talking about how like Zubac, he's hit or miss, and when he's on. But Kobe was talking about him. He was like, he's a forward, and forwards miss a lot of goals, and he was like, I missed some goals in my lifetime, and ha ha ha. They were joking about it, but later on in the game, Kobe readdressed the situation. And he's like, you know what? As a forward, you're gonna miss some goals, but Zubac has missed some really like easy goals. He needs to start scoring these sitters, which it's true. But like you mentioned, Chicha gets in there, and he's you're gonna compare who's a better forward. Of course, Chicha's gonna knock those in, but he's also gonna attract a lot more attention than Zubac would.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And which is going to open up everybody else, though.
Yep. And
in theory, again.
In theory.
In theory.
Right.
On paper.
Right. But, I mean, if I could add anything, is that I think there's a different strategy with Zubac. Kind of similar, but different. If that's stupid, I know. But Zubac is there to pressure, but he's also there to pull mark. I feel Chicha's going to be there to make the runs, but just watching this last game, Zubac was there to just open space for everybody else. So GBS, I'm giving him some credit now, and I'm not going to talk about it too much right now because we'll get into it when we get into the game. But I just wanted to say that. And when like Spenny said, when Chicha comes in, that's those 1 or 2 goals that we're missing that we might get from him. Hopefully we get from him. As long as he stops drinking those Bud Light seltzers, I think we'll be okay.
Bud Light seltzers for the win.
To both your point and Edgar's point, I think those runs are his problem. It's not so much that he's not skillful enough to do it. I think he just doesn't have the full mentality to make the off-ball runs. Yes, I agree with Eddie saying what he was saying about him pulling marks, but even that he doesn't know how to do right. He couldn't read Pavon, who had a big mismatch on that wing, and he didn't help direct Pavon. If Zubac would have made those first post runs before Pavon made his move, it would have pulled Mark and opened Pavon to do his cutback to the right foot. Mm-hmm. If he would have faked second post and came first post, which Chicha does very well, it would have gave Pavon a different look and a different option. But he wasn't confident enough to direct Pavon. He was trying to react to Pavon, something that we don't need a top forward to do. You need to play off of each other. Yeah. Zubac was coming off being the best player in Galaxy 2. And sometimes when you're the best player in a lower level, you don't know how to make that adjustment, at a higher level. Yeah. You just don't know.
But we'll get into it more once we start talking about the game, though.
All right. So Logan Jones has a few things to say, so bear with me. He starts with, please get rid of Bingham and Felcher. They are trash.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
Also, buy Pavon right now.
Yep.
Which they probably should do for a bargain.
Not 20, though.
And he also wants to add his player of the match was Perry Kitchen.
He has a great argument right there. Hell yeah, he does.
Player of the match.
We'll talk about it later, but hell yeah, he argue, does.
But I said he had a great game, but player of the match now. Maybe not.
He had a Perry Kitchen style game.
No, it was better than Perry Kitchen.
Hell yeah. Yep, I'll agree with Tony. It was better than Perry Kitchen.
I don't know what Perry Kitchen you guys think of or remember.
Not that Perry Kitchen.
It's the little things that me and Spenny can attest to that you don't notice because of the people, especially a Felcher, as bad as it is around them. But when you see the guy train, you see it reflect on the field. That guy does not stop, bro. It's not his fault that he has to fucking cover ground for some other dude, that doesn't know how to find his way back to his position.
Drags his
It's just
feet,
hard to
whatever.
believe that he practices the way he practiced and doesn't perform the same way.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to believe that he's not that professional to do that.
Yeah, I honestly think it's that we're a little spoiled in that case, that we saw what he does in practice, and then you see it on the field, but it doesn't translate as well because he's killing himself on the field.
His communication too, man.
Yeah. Low key could be captain over Stairs, but I just think
I think he should have been.
Yeah.
Now I'll keep Sarah still for that.
Well, you know what? I think fucking Kitchen should be center back, but whatever.
So
Yeah, but
but
you like Nia Jax, bro, so you don't know what to
Hey, he's fine as fuck. Fuck you.
So-
Don't talk about my baby like that.
Also, this was actually directed at you, Brian.
Hey,
Gudino, David, our friend,
What up, David?
asked, is Brian beginning to start to trust the process?
Am I? Am I? Damn.
Hey man,
With these last
All right.
hold on.
it's a hard one.
It is because what has been the process? What was presented to us as a starting point of the process?
Nobody else answered it. By the way.
Nobody
Just
else.
hold
I
on.
mean, it wasn't clear of what the process was, right? It
Obviously,
wasn't. But the game against San Jose, when we brought in Jonah and a young player with Efra, bringing that young player and who made an impact in this game, a big impact, is what made me think that maybe we do have a process of trust. This kid came in and played very well, gave great through balls to fucking Pavon. So maybe I am going to start the process right now. Start trusting the process.
All right.
On top of that, we still have Yoni to come in and we still have Chicharito to come in. So, yeah, I'm going to start trusting the process.
All right, next question. Elka,
Okay.
2332. Which player do you guys think could be the first Galaxy player to sign for Levas? I don't know who,
Bingham.
but I hope. Yeah, I hope it's either Bingham or Felcher.
Yeah.
I'll be awesome.
Trust the process.
You going to score more now?
You know who it might be too? I think maybe like a Cuello.
Yeah, something like
Somebody that
Rolf
can't get
Felcher.
they can't get big money in another city, so they're just gonna go, a few miles.
Ooh, imagine Felcher goes over there like Edgar said, and then he starts balling out over there.
You know what the best thing would be if Zubac goes over there.
It'd be trippy.
Start
though.
scoring on us.
Allow me to entertain this for a second. What if Sebastian Lletget goes to the Levas?
Fuck
How would that
Nah.
change everything?
We'll get into that later. I think Eddie has a lot to say about that.
Do I? Maybe.
I want
Alex.
to bring that one up.
So funny. Next question. Alexander Great _14. Talk about Lletget. Man has been playing well. Emoji, sleepy guy, thumbs up, 100.
Who wants to go first?
The sleepy guy.
Sleepy guy goes first.
Go for it, Tony. Nah.
No. You can go for it, man. Handle.
All right. Okay. I've been saying this forever. Sebastian Lletget, ever since that injury, and it sounds like a broken record, but ever since that damn injury, he hasn't been himself. He's just been filling a playoff. I mean, he's not playoffs. He's just been filling a roster spot. But finally, these last two games, this is the Sebastian Lletget that I remember when he first came to the team.
Mm-hmm.
He goes after the ball. He hustles, and he tries to go into those little gaps to try and get into positions to score. And he makes a big difference in the club, other than just, I'm here filling a roster spot or, just going wherever they tell me to do. No, he's actually making a big difference in the club. And I was wondering if that Lletget still existed. And lo and behold, look at what happened the last couple of matches. He was instrumental in both wins. I wouldn't say he was the best player on the field, but he was there when it counted the most. And if it wasn't for that incredible stop by Vermeer, he would have had another goal in that LAFC match.
He didn't want to take off his boots,
Nah.
which is something I'm really, really pumped about. He stepped it up,
I might have the most unpopular opinion here, but I felt
and
the
I think I
same
agree
way.
with yours.
And it's just it's just sell high, bro. Trade now.
We'll get into that later. We'll get into that later.
Hey,
Hey,
the
Sven.
goats.
Hey, Sven. I like that jersey you have right there doing the back. It looks pretty dope, man.
Autographed, by the way.
Oh,
Nice.
Autograph.
they can't see it because the camera cut it off. Sorry, Spenny.
Oh,
I mean, if you want to bring it down, just tell us.
Yeah, just show it. Put it up to the. There you
there
go.
you go.
All right. Cass Gemini. When are they getting rid of Felcher?
Soon.
Next game.
I don't know, man.
Wait. One more. Let me just ask the next one because I just read ahead. Ralph sucks, everyone. Hold on. Sorry. Daniel Ortiz says, Ralph sucks. Everyone else plays good. He got burnt twice. So, you can talk about, we can answer both of those, I guess, right?
I think it's part of the process that we don't know exactly what the process is yet, but I think this is one of those projects where you're getting Araujo his minutes. You're allowing him, because he still has a couple holes in his game defensively, especially one-on-one. So I think this is a good kind of stepping stone where you're playing Felcher because of the debt that you don't have right now. You're waiting on a winger that's going to take maybe another month to be fully serviceable for this team while you're transitioning Araujo from playing not only on that side, but playing both defensively and offensively, which is what you want your wings to do in this type of team. So I think he's going to get pushed out as soon as Joni gets ready to take over that right mid spot.
I think so too. But as far as trading or getting him off the roster, nah. But it's hard. It's hard to give an argument for Felcher to start after Joni comes in. If Joni, you assume, is going to be a starter, it really is, I think we all agree, hard to argue for Felcher, right?
Of course.
I wouldn't even try.
I mean, we look better with 3 in the back in his last game.
We were playing with 5.
We always play with 3 in the bag when Felcher's starting.
Oh, I get it.
I think Araujo has solidified his starting position.
Fucking Captain America ass. I get that one.
Oh man. Don't look into the red light. This is why I told you guys not to answer the question. Are the Nag boys trusting the process now?
Can I answer that?
I mean, I said I was earlier.
Same here, man.
Same here.
I said I'm trusting the process.
What's up, Nag boys? You guys
I question whether there was an actual process because of the comments Teclosa made on the Zoom call, but I haven't asked for GBS's head or Teclosa's. I'm fully confident in both those gentlemen.
I've always trusted the process, man. I've never doubted it, bro. Because I knew exactly what he was doing, what he was thinking of doing, man. I knew it.
Edgar?
I've been wondering myself if there was a process, because whatever process was there, man, it was real ugly to begin with. I mean, here's the thing. We all talked about this at the start of the season. Everything looked fine on paper, but then there were so many variables, starting with the coronavirus, and then the whole thing.
Sua, bro, I fucked this up too.
In Sua, but oh my god, shit.
So
our right winger.
I don't blame him, bro. I don't blame him.
Our right winger who got kicked off the team for his racist wife. Damn, I forgot his name already.
Exactly.
Like
Bye, Katai.
Yeah, that guy, Katai. There you go. I mean, there's so many variables that happen. Chicha getting hurt.
First Chicha signing, he wasn't gonna.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there's so many things, there's so many inconsistencies and so many variables, and it seems like they're finally starting to find some stable footing, some stable ground to work from. I actually feel like because the tournament was in Orlando and all that heat and humidity and nasty weather, that going there was kind of like boot camp, and now they come back, more refreshed. And I mean, you go from playing there to playing in Southern California, it makes a big difference. Enjoy that home cooking and that wonderful weather. Yeah. But I mean, whatever process is there, I didn't have a lot of faith in it, but I'm not sure if the process has still reached whatever end game it's going to. I think it's still like a Like it's like evolving. I don't know. It's really weird. It's amorphous. I'm curious to see if Galaxy's going to bring in any more names during the summer transfer window. But like I said, the MLS season is still up in the air. It's really weird. They're going by phases. So who knows what kind of roster we're going to have by the end of the season. I mean, we always talk about how, like, at the beginning of the season, you have a group of guys, and by the end, it's like a whole bunch of other people you never even know about. Like, we didn't know who Christian Pavon was, it started 2019, and look at him now.
So let me ask you this. According to what you're saying, we're evolving. Would you say we're more like a Psyduck or a Magikarp?
Oh.
Say, Psyduck is the shit, man. Don't you ever talk shit about Psyduck.
Don't you
No.
ever.
But you know
I
what?
will wipe your brain out, man. Yeah, he's gonna become a Golduck and end your life, man.
Hey, seriously though, I mean, are we more of a Magikarp, just kind of like flapping there, or are we a
That's
Psyduck,
exactly what it looks
just
like
like
right
waiting
now.
to explode on somebody?
Psyduck, dude. I hope it's Psyduck.
Yeah.
Psyduck.
We all,
Psyduck.
they give us a headache, so yeah, we're definitely all Psyducks right
They
now.
gave us a headache.
See what happens, dude. We're all '90s kids, bro. We all grew up in the '90s, dude. So
Fucking
you
Pokemon
say
references, bro.
you say
90s kid? I'm an 80s kid, man.
Hey man, I was trying to help you out here, Edgar. But don't embarrass me,
Thank
bro.
you.
I don't want people to know I hang out with my uncles. But
Generation
anyway. See, you see a word, you say like a word like evolve, and look what it triggers. You know, you use look. Here's a test. You say morph. What are you thinking of?
It's morphin'
Time.
time.
Power Rangers.
Orphan time.
Power Rangers, bro.
I used to babysit a kid. They used to watch that all the time.
Oh,
So
dude.
there you go.
God damn it. Okay. Let's move on. Bird Dog says Julian is a beast,
Yes.
and I'm not sure what he means by this. Maybe you guys know. But he says, by the way, it's pronounced Lampok, not Lampak.
I think we made a reference to where he was from with our Griffin Andrew from Lars. He said Lampak or something like that.
I don't know.
So it's Lampak.
Okay. You say so.
Lampak, I say. I got it.
And then he follows up by saying, why don't you guys have call-in shows no more? Because you don't call. Bird Dog, damn.
You hardly call, Fernando.
Yeah, we tried. You know, we did it once.
Did you
and-
call?
Yeah.
No.
Call me maybe or not. It was obviously or not. Horrible reference. And then Spenny asked,
What you asked, Spenny?
is the team legit now?
Fucking Spenny. Why would you ask that? Show me that jersey
Answer.
again. Show me that jersey again. Show me that jersey.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'll answer that question after we go through the game. How about that? Fair?
Man,
Fair.
I had that same jersey, but with all the season ticket people's faces on it. I remember.
Oh, nice.
Oh, actually, I have that one too. But not that one. I'm sorry, the numbers with all the faces. I have
We're
the-
on it.
Yeah, we're on it. I have the Gerard one. Just a little.
Gerard. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I get the laugh. But just so everyone knows, Gerard growing up, and Spenny can tell you this too, was my favorite player growing up. I have he's actually the first Galaxy player jersey I have. Before a Donovan.
With a number.
Yeah, with the number. I have a US Donovan, but I don't have. Before then, I didn't have any Galaxy name players, and when Gerard came, I kind of knew what I was getting into. But dude, I watched him growing up.
I hate the fact that he came over here to fucking just lay an egg
Yeah.
because that's not who he was.
Nah.
Steven Gerrard he was world class box to box central
I
midfield.
honestly think he goes as one of the most underrated players
Yeah.
in soccer history.
It
Later,
just sucks
they're
that
gonna
he
forget
fucking
about
came over here and couldn't perform.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
next time, don't play in Liverpool.
Yeah. All I gotta say is
Straight
fuck
up, fucking
Liverpool,
Liverpool
Oh no, definitely fuck Liverpool. I was never a Liverpool fan,
Fuck
but
Liverpool.
though.
watching him was ridiculous. But anyways,
Anyway, we actually have a question on Twitter.
go ahead.
Ramiro at RM1RO. Did Felcher play himself out of the starting 11? If yes, what does the lineup look like on Wednesday?
My boy's been fucking playing him. Oh no, not till Johnny's
Let me-
approved.
Let me
Yeah,
say it
he ain't
this
going
way.
nowhere, dude.
Felcher sang his way into the starting lineup. He didn't earn his way. He didn't, he was cheap enough to start and sang beautifully enough to stay there. He has no business being a starter right now. It's just because we don't have a better option.
Which we do.
Well, I mean,
he's coming, dude. And fact of the matter is, dude, Fletcher ain't going nowhere, bro. He's gonna stay in the damn bench no matter what.
Yeah, we're not lacking international slots and we're not lacking roster space. And until we are lacking one of those, mainly the international spot, I don't think you're gonna move him because you can still move down players to Galaxy too. So until we need an international slot, I don't think he's gonna even be considered because he's too cheap.
All I'm saying is his starting position is in question right now.
And just to eliminate your international slot, Felcher has a green card, so it doesn't count.
That's what he's saying.
Okay. No, Spenny. Spenny kept saying.
I think one of the biggest reasons he's still in the starting roster is just because he's one of those guys that can run the entire game. He has incredible stamina. He's in tip-top shape. And a lot of times that goes a long way. Maybe he could be better coming off the bench, but for right now, I guess they want somebody, to fill a spot in the roster who can run the entire game and not be winded by, the 89th minute.
But it goes back to Spenny's point. He's an athletic body that happens to play soccer. He's not a soccer player.
And Fletcher, I trust. I said it.
I
said it.
That guy's
I said it. I said it.
Fletcher or Felcher, man?
Yeah, that's true.
You're drunk, Tony.
What's in that? What's in that cup?
Oh,
Drugs.
It's actually beer.
It's actually water.
It's actually water.
And there's a second part to this question.
It's got to be from the tap.
The second part to the question is, on a scale from 1 to 10, how close is Bingham to losing his place in the starting 11?
I want to.
12.
I don't know because I haven't seen it, but I want to see Klinsmann. If I have a memory, like I have a certain memory of him with the youth team, and I want to see him, and I want to see him like now. Like that's how good my memories are of him and the youth national teams.
I don't know if I want to see Klinsmann on the team. It's because who knows how long the season's going to last because we're going by phases. So you want to put, something sure out there and, you're going to gamble with him and maybe gamble a spot in the playoffs if we have playoffs. But I don't know. I think if we had the luxury of having friendlies or cup matches, yeah, you could insert him in there and see how he does.
Or even Open Cup, which just was canceled.
Yeah, that's what I mean by cup matches, open cup matches. But we don't have that luxury right now. So you got to just stick with what works. And even if Bingham isn't the best, and maybe maybe Klinsmann could come in and inject some youthful energy like Hartman did back in '97 when he had his first game against Aston Villa. Mm-hmm. I was there. Great match. But I don't know. Klinsmann is unproven. I mean, he hasn't played in a while. And I don't think he played for his last two club teams either. He's at the bench the entire time.
To me, if he's available and he does look better than Bingham at any practice, throw him in there. To be honest, I do not want Bingham to be anywhere in that back line. If we could get Klinsmann in there, ready to go, and he's better than Bingham slightly, by like a hair, put him in there.
And I'm not gonna name drop, and I don't want to steal this from someone because you could watch this show on a different day. A friend of ours, part of our FIFA team, told us that a particular player that he talks to said that he's better in practice than Bingham already. And then somebody else that works for the Galaxy has told me that there's a good chance this guy's going to start sooner than later. So
there it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably what Bingham needs, a good, a little shake him up, a little scare there to maybe get him to play a little bit better. But who knows? Maybe we're seeing the best of Bingham now.
Yep, I think that's what's going on, dude. Like we said last week, dude. That guy just came into the pitch. He sees him getting down in practice, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I need to step up." So that's why Bingham is actually stepping up a little bit. Until Bingham has one fuck up. Give the ball to a center, like a forward or something.
He already did that.
Do something stupid. No, but get scored on, bro. It has to go all the way in. You know what I'm saying?
What about what? Go ahead.
And then he'll get his turn, for sure.
I think it's a win-win for us overall because you put you lit a fire under Bingham's ass.
Yep.
So whatever's going on with Klinsman, maybe he might just be nursing something a little bit of nag or something. I thought he would start by the third game that he was here. So if he doesn't start by the next game, I think it's just a win-win, because if Bingham continues to do this well, you start shopping him around after this game.
Well, that's actually good thing, good point. Because that's what I was gonna say.
True.
Maybe you're showcasing Bingham right now. Maybe you already know, because Klinsman is young enough to where you lock him down for a few years and you have your keeper for a few years. You're just looking for the right, deal for Bingham, and that's why you're shopping him around.
And you don't want to mess up whatever it is that they're cooking up over there, because whatever GBS is doing with them at practice is working right now. We're not really lacking in communication. We don't have holes in the defense right now. Even
Well,
with
that
Fletcher back
first goal against San Jose says different, but okay.
The first goal against San Jose.
Well,
First goal was a
we'll
ball,
get
man.
Oh, you guys want to get there real quick then? I mean,
He was hung out to dry in that goal. You see, Baco had all that space.
Well, then.
hold on. Then,
That
hold on.
wasn't a hole, though. That wasn't a hole. It wasn't a defensive hole. It was just
Hold on.
somebody who didn't do their job, person.
All right, let's get there then. Let's get there. So, yesterday the Galaxy played against Los Hijos de Putas.
San
Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
Papa Smurf.
And before I get to the lineup or anything, dude, if anyone from the Galaxy listens to this, I know it's not your fault, but dude, the broadcasting, y'all gotta step your game up, dude. That was horrible. I understand you guys put that channel listing out, but guess what? That channel listing was not helpful.
It was not.
My fucking phone just like blew up. And if you were in the Zoom viewing party, there's people on the Zoom viewing party as well that were like, "Oh, dude, I can't find the fucking game. What the hell's happening?" And then even with the channel listings they gave them, they were nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I found my way around it. I'm not trying to advise too many people, but I got 3 letters for you: VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see that, because this is supposed to be one of our rivals, one of our circled matches on the schedule, right? And you can have the match played for all G's fans who actually takes this fucking rivalry serious.
Not only that, but it was one of the few matches we're getting this season. It's not like we're getting the full schedule either, right?
Not to my knowledge.
To our knowledge, we don't know. And yet you can't put the right broadcast on.
Making people want to do some illegal shit, It's horrible.
Man, you guys are just whining about an unfortunate little event that happened. Us as fans, we were gonna watch anyway. For those people that couldn't find the channel, whatever cable provider you have, if you go to your menu and you search LA Galaxy, it'll give you your local listing. You have a phone. You have a phone that you can search it on. Don't give me that excuse that you were too late to find it.
But we're talking about the people that there's easy access to.
Relax. Either way, this wasn't meant to happen. The Galaxy had to make a game day pretty much update when the Galaxy couldn't get that TV slot. Why? Because a playoff game was going on with the LA Lakers. You got to recognize where we're at. We're in LA. Ain't no LAFC game or LA Galaxy game going to trump a LA Lakers playoff game, especially when they're trying to close out the series. Not even the Clippers.
It was a very awkward situation, because that Laker playoff game should have been played earlier in the week, but it wasn't because of the boycott. So it got pushed back, and it leaves us out there like the redheaded stepchild, the Galaxy. So like, what the hell are you doing? You sent them to the woodshed, way back behind the woodshed. Get over there.
They try to provide a solution. They still try to provide a solution for all the cable providers.
No. See, I get that. But my point was that they put out like the channel listings and they weren't accurate. And people couldn't find it. I mean, not everyone is like as tech savvy as you, Spenny. I apologize. But
come on, you think you couldn't find it on your TV?
Oh no, you don't know. No, you know me. I had no problem. Actually, I was on the Zoom party and
I got all the links, baby.
I was it was so bad, and this is actually why I missed some of it, and I had to keep it on my computer. I missed the first goal for sure against. I was on the Zoom viewing party, and there was a lot of people on there. Shout out to everyone there that showed up that couldn't see it. So I set up my camera to turn it to put it on my monitor. So I streamed the game for everyone on the Zoom party that couldn't see it.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a joke, right? For anybody from the other guys that's watching, that was a joke.
No. I actually got credit for it too, from a Galaxy representative for doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. It was actually even asked Bryant this morning, right? Somebody even was like, "Hey, like randomly ran into friends of Masa." I want to
Shout out Masa.
Shout out Masa. But they recognized me from the call. They're like, "Hey, man, thanks, dude. We watched the game through your feed on Zoom." I was like, "Cool, man. Thanks." Like that, dude. That's how it went down. But anyways,
So there was a game.
even though there wasn't probably as many people watching as they wanted. The game was played, and the starting lineup, I'll read it out, even though it was the exact same one from the previous game against Levas. Bingham in goal, Rolf Felcher at right back, Steris and Dupuy in the center backs, and Sua out left. Kitchen and Corona sharing the CDMs. Right mid was Araujo. Out left was Pavon, and the center mid, quote unquote, number 10 spot was Lletget, and on top was Ethan Zubak.
Lord Zubak.
So let me ask you guys first, seeing the repeated lineup, did you guys have any problem with it? How were you guys feeling going into the game?
I loved it. It's San Jose. San Jose, we knew was going to man mark or zone mark, and they weren't going to quit. They were going to run 24/7, and that lineup defensively just works. I thought we were gonna see a better Lletget, because what you guys have been asking for, he has been given open reins to do, and that's play more offensively. You know, if you look at this game, he didn't take care of the ball too well offensively, but that's because he had it so much going forward too, you know? And that's something that you guys have been asking for, that with this lineup where you have Joe Corona that is not even being mentioned during games, which if you really think about it is a major plus, and Perry Kitchen. Yep. Perry Kitchen and Corona are locking it down with Jonah being out right now, and it's allowing Lletget to just think offensively. He got a lot of touches yesterday inside the box.
That is true.
All right. By the way, to address Philip Rivera, he's saying Klinsmann, the new Cudicini. Hey, man, don't put that evil on us.
Nah,
Please don't put that evil on us.
Don't you dare say that.
Don't put that evil on us.
Can I address the little elephant in the room? It's a little elephant.
His name is
It's Benny, bro. It's Benny, bro. Come on. Dang.
Damn. It's the whole thing with Klinsmann and Donovan. And I'm just curious to know how, because we're not at the stadium. And you're not getting to hear people react to him being on the field in a Galaxy uniform. And, you can't forget what he said about Donovan, how he mocked him. And, yeah, he might have been a kid and, a lot younger, and kids say stupid things. But, this is something, that's going to it's going to come up again at some point.
You just said
I'm just curious to know.
He just said it right there. He's a kid, dude. Like,
yeah.
We've said dumb shit. When I was young, when I was in my teens, I've done dumber shit than what he has said. Are you gonna hold people responsible for that shit? No, dude. Like, they grow up and they learn into being an adult. And right now he's taking the responsibility of owning into that shit and just being a Galaxy member.
I think you let it go. One, he didn't attack the club, and then he's a kid, which it's a probably a poor excuse, but as kids, especially you, Edgar, when back in the day, you guys used to send pigeons to shoot messages. For no reason.
I was a kid. You said something stupid, you get your ass kicked after school.
Oh yeah, but I mean, now it's just now it's forever. Like when we were growing up, we didn't have Twitter or anything. We didn't even have MySpace. Well, maybe Spenny did, because Spenny's the baby elephant. But
he lives in the fifth dimension.
Yeah. But I think you let it go. You have to, because even Ashley Cole, he came in after the comments he made, which in my eyes were worse. But me being the Chelsea fan that I am, I was like, dude, watch this guy play. Let him play. And there's actually video proof that of me saying it before he even came. Just watch him play. And I he did fine. I mean, I take him at this age over Felcher. You know.
Yeah, man. As long as he could perform, dude, I don't give two shits what you said, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say all that, but he was a kid, and if we're really gonna look at it that hard, some of our peers, as far as Galaxy fans, say even stupider things online now about other grown men. So if you're gonna question what a kid was thinking when he was, a teenager, then you need to question yourself how you talk about other players in this league now.
Bam.
There you go. I just to address.
Hold yourself accountable too.
And just to answer Samuel Play's question, he asked what did Ashley Cole say. I don't remember if we were rumored to the if he was rumored to the Galaxy or just the MLS. Another team in the MLS. He said, "I'm not ready to
take a vacation on the beach or something.
A vacation on the beach yet." That's what he said. Yeah.
That's funny.
And then, but he came here and balled out.
Yeah.
I guess balled out is very questionable.
He never lost to Levas, and he destroyed Vela.
Bang.
It's not his fault that Boateng was on the side.
Wasn't his great defensive presence part of the 18 and 8? 2 years of no playoffs? Wow, that's
I can't remember if he was.
Good run.
No playoffs.
Good run.
Yeah.
No playoffs, right?
No playoffs.
Good run. Yeah.
Anyways.
Balled out.
Hey, man, he played with Zlatan, dude.
Yeah,
Balled
fuck you,
Balled
Spenny.
out.
Fuck you, Spenny.
And fuck you, Spenny. Let's go. Let's all agree.
Balled out.
Fuck you, Spenny.
Yeah, fuck you, Spenny.
Agreed.
All right.
He served up that nice goal to Zlatan to beat Levas.
Yeah, there you go. Fuck Spenny. There you go.
Yeah. 4-3, bro. 4-3.
Hey, chat. Comment hashtag fuck Spenny if you agree. So, back
Raul
to
Felcher as a defender has more playoff wins than Ashley Cole.
don't give me that shit. Don't give me that shit.
More
Boo this man.
playoff
Boo.
wins.
Fuck out of here.
More playoff starts.
Somebody get the fact checker. Come on.
But back to the lineup. So I guess I'll go next one. When I saw it, I would honestly say I was a little nervous, because I don't know. I feel a certain way when it comes to against San Jose, because there's the whole. And I think you brought this up, Edgar, that Almeida has outcoached GBS throughout his career, basically. So I was like, shit. He just figured this worked. I'm not gonna adjust my strategy. And here we go again. He's gonna put out this lineup again, and despite my drunk words last time and what you heard about the Zubac tattoo, I still think Zubac's trash. So I was like, fuck. You're
still getting that tattoo, though.
Here we go.
Right.
It hasn't been funded, but here we go. I was like, here we go again.
I got a homie.
It's interesting you bring up the Almeida thing, because I was curious to see how he was going to set up the defense for Pavon, because Pavon was playing for Boca when they played against those teams with Almeida, coaching River. So I was like, this guy knows how Pavon plays. He probably knows how to shut him down too.
He decided to put Thompson on that side.
Yeah. So
Thompson
doesn't have the same tools he did at River.
Oh no, definitely not. But GBS did have a tool from Boca, so that helped. What's crazy? We didn't give our predictions to this one because of what happened.
Of course.
But so I'm not gonna ask you guys what you thought the score was gonna be, because we could all lie.
Well, I'm gonna say win.
I knew they were gonna win, fool.
I'm gonna say win.
Yeah, and I called everything. So the game started. In my opinion, for the first couple minutes I got to see before I adjusted my camera, it started like kind of stalemate. Like I think both teams were just trying to test each other. Even when I literally missed the goal adjusting the camera, I think even at that point the game was kind of even. And if anyone wants to take the reins, because I kid you not, I really did miss the goal because of the story I gave you guys. If anyone wants to take the reins and just break down the first goal.
Those first 15 minutes were LA Galaxy looked like shit in those first 15 minutes. They looked like they were barely waking up. It looked like they were starting to warm up. It looked like everybody was just out of position, not playing the game after those 15 minutes. What we saw after those 15 minutes, it looked like they settled in. Those first 15 minutes were very sloppy. That goal that came on in suicide, it was lack of effort on all sides. Everybody was just trying to warm up to the game and what it was at that point. Because at the end of the day, it is a rivalry game.
Those are like those stupid goals in FIFA, bro, where you just get mad. You're like, fuck, man,
yeah,
like a dumbass goal, dude.
It was
You know?
just one of those sloppy situations where you're trying to adjust to what the game is presenting you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Dude.
That's what those first 15 minutes looked like to me. I don't know if it looked like that to anybody else.
Yeah, dude, exactly what you said, dude, is how I thought about it, dude. Until those 15, until we pretty much got scored on, it's like, all right, now we got to wake up. Now we got to play soccer, because after that, we fucking owned the game, dude. And I'm surprised, honestly. I'm honestly surprised that we got scored on fucking all those goals, because they were dumb goals, dude. I give a shout out to that kid that scored, though. That was a really nice goal on his part. But it was stupid errors on our part, you know, because we could have avoided a lot, at least, you know, we could have avoided those goals, dude. Literally, dude. But I think they did great, dude. They fucking did great, man.
I think both goals were actually pretty good, but the fact that they were given the opportunity to get the shots off is what bothers me, because I don't want to repeat exactly what you said, but the defense should have been more on top of that. You could have walked away with another shutout, but that's fine. Yeah, it's fine with me, because the team was able to fight back, claw back into the game, and get a gutsy victory over one of our tough opponents. I mean, our big rivals. Although San Jose isn't having a fantastic season, the fact that the team was able to claw back and get the win, that means a lot. I mean, you get those 3 points, you're in playoff contention again.
Especially against a team that has whooped our ass in the last couple of matches, bro. GBS has been outcoached by Almeida in these last matches that we played San Jose. And in this game, it didn't look like that at all, including that first half after those 15 minutes.
The only thing that I honestly I hated about the game is that the fucking goals we suffered, man. We suffered throughout that whole match when it should have been easier than that, man. We fucking dominated them, dude. We made them look like shit. They didn't have anything aside from the tries that they got, dude. And they had some shutoffs at goal, but Bingham was pretty much on point on those. But other than that, I think we super fucking played them. And we fucking suffered to get that score, dude. And when we shouldn't have. We really shouldn't have, dude.
Spenny, you're looking real quiet.
I know. Spenny's like focusing, just waiting us for.
What you trying to say?
I'm good. I as far as looking at the team, I just didn't like how they started off. We've always struggled, or at least in recent history, we struggled the first 20 minutes of the game. At least this time, it was only like the first 12, 15 minutes, which is a big deal. Because after that, I think the Galaxy kind of just took over. I think Pavon realized pretty fast that Tommy just looked kind of fast and looked like a soccer player, but he didn't really have anything for him.
Yep.
I like what I saw. If we're looking at a little closer because we're fans, but that's what the league is now. You know, if you have these little mistakes where the inbounds came in, and you get caught, you're going to get scored on in this league now.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe Jones mentioned it. Nowadays, you can't give a player 2 or 3 chances in the MLS.
Yep.
You can't. And we can't be perfect. We can't be that good every week. There's no team in the league that doesn't average a 3-goal plus game in this league, you know? The league averages 3+ goals per game. So either team is going to give up goals. Look at the goals scored this week. You had a 4-4, a 3-1, a 3-2, a 2-2. It happens in the league. You gotta have a top tier defense like Seattle does, where they have backups to backups to be able to really get those results. So I'm not too worried about that goal going in. It was a mistake that we all expected Insua to not make, but he did. But what I saw offensively and what I saw from the rest of the team gave me full confidence in this game right from the jump. Yeah, offensively, we were moving the ball. Offensively, we were doing good.
Yeah, and one of the things that caught my attention is that with less possession in that first half, we outshot San Jose. We were the more aggressive team with 14 tackles to 12. And after those first 15 minutes, it looked like we were high pressing, which is, I think one of you guys said it earlier in the show, where that was our defense. High pressing their defense from the beginning, and it's something that we did very well in that first half. And it continued.
We did really well,
and it continued out through the whole game. One of the things I did not like was the fact that Felcher kept going up and staying up there and dragged his feet coming back down. aside from that, I think Araujo covered back well because we knew San Jose was going to cover us man-to-man mark. So whenever Felcher went up, his guy will go up and Araujo will just come back and defend his spot, which they did well in the first half. Another thing in the first half that I
To
liked.
my point, Brian,
Go ahead.
that's what I was gonna say. They
He
managed
sat up and everything.
they managed the time correctly. They made adjustments during the game according to what San Jose was giving them. After the first 15 minutes into the 3rd minute mark, you saw Pavon moving inside more, maybe 10 to 15 yards inside, dragging his mark and allowing Insua to overlap.
Yeah.
Wide open with Espinosa following him. Once they saw that, they made the same adjustment on the other side because you had Julian that could cover.
Which is something that we got to give GBS credit. He adjusted to what Almeida style play is, which is man mark the whole time. In that first half, it looked, well, after those first 15 minutes, it looked like GBS had made the right adjustments, they followed the game plan throughout that first half, which was lovely. But I didn't even expect that, to be honest. I actually was expecting to get beat, to be honest. We don't have a great defense. Great half.
All right. Well, something that happened in the first half, we scored.
We did.
And not the likely source. El Capitan, for now, scored off a set piece, right? If I'm not mistaken, a free kick, right? Across from Lletget.
From a jet.
Header. And yet another
Not a header. It was like on his
goal
back.
off a set piece, huh? Another design play. And you're talking about trusting the process. I mean, is this one of these process things? Does it look like we're working on set plays now?
They definitely are, man. They definitely are. You could tell because even like in the corner kicks, you could tell they were trying to do the same play that the fucking Levas fell for, you know. And they did it, and it looked close, dude. Like if there was somebody who would have been there, they would have gotten it. And they're actually doing really damn good in the set plays, dude. Because you could understand what the fuck they're doing this time. They're not just fucking like headless chickens or like somebody staying in the box, you know, getting out of sides or whatever. They're actually running together. Like it looks good, man. It looks really good.
Nobody. Edgar hasn't said anything in a while.
No. I agree.
Edgar, don't fall asleep on us yet, man. We know the baby's keeping you up, man, but we're almost there. I promise you.
4 hours of sleep.
Well, one of the things that Tony said, it is true. I think what was last year of just throwing the ball inside the box to play Zlatan is not what we did in these two games. I think in these last two games, GBS understood that our opponents have had struggles in set plays, so you know he put more emphasis on that, and we got to go on that. Yeah, and I think GBS did well in coaching that and setting up those plays, and you know we got goals off of them even last week with Araujo's 2 crosses.
Yeah. They're nearly identical, dude. They're nearly the same freaking plays that they're running if you really think about it.
But damn, Lletget got an assist though.
It is the same play, but it's also just good coaching. If you look at the lineups, the LA Galaxy have had the height advantage versus these defenses and the set pieces. So it just makes sense to try to, you know, give them all space like that. That play is designed to run the lines and catch these defenses on their back foot. Obviously, LAFC or San Jose watched the LAFC game, and they knew that this play was coming, so they were a little bit better prepared for it. But also, if a better ball would have been placed, I think the Galaxy could have had a better chance at it. And they got one.
Yeah, they did.
Because of the height.
Yeah,
they had
they did.
the height and the size. It's good coaching.
And a lot of those set plays that Steris has scored on have been because of that, because they have the height advantage over a lot of the teams. Perfectly executed, to be honest. Even if it hit him off his back, there were still players in the box to maybe come off. If it came off a rebound, they were there. Great coaching. I can't even fucking shit on GBS for this shit at all. But let me ask you guys something. Who was the player that stood out for you guys in that first half?
Besides the obvious?
Besides the obvious. Because there was a lot of little work that I think that was going on in the midfield, especially with Corona and Kitchen, that may not have gone out in that first half to be key points. But I think Legit and Corona did a lot of like little stuff that helped us moving into that second half.
Right.
Well, can we talk about bad also standouts or just good?
Well, first half.
That's what I'm saying.
Who do you think was the bad one in the first half?
I think Felcher right off the bat.
I mean, that's a given though.
No, I know, but I mean,
That's a given.
we talk a lot of shit about him here, but I don't know.
So he started off with who was the best. You're going off who was the worst.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
He just wanted to come in and say what the fuck he wanted to say.
No, I have to get it on my chest every time. I'll just
So besides the obvious, besides the obvious being Pavon, I think Legit just kind of surprised me on the style of play that he was playing right from the beginning, because he was playing that backside high press. Zubac was attacking the ball when they were playing in the back, and Legit was going into that backside, but he was pressing, he was playing high. So you can see that he was going to play a little bit more offensive and try to open up those lanes for Pavon and Araujo. So I was just more intrigued by what style of play he was going to play, for the same reason that I get on here every week and you guys say that he doesn't play offensive enough. So this was the perfect game to see if he was developing into what we need, at least for right now. But besides the obvious being Pavon, of course.
Of course. The second half.
Second halftime, huh? There was a second half. Give me 1 second here.
What about the first goal?
What do you mean?
Our first goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We just talked about it.
Okay.
Hey, fool! Welcome to News Across the Galaxy.
Yeah. See, hey, you guys can see it's not just us. Spenny's here late too. It's just the News Across the Galaxy way. So second half, we go in 1-1, and I mean, the goal doesn't the second goal against doesn't come too long after the half starts off, but anything stood out before that? I mean, how'd you guys think we came out in that second half, or how'd you feel at halftime? Actually, I should ask first going in.
I felt confident, dude. Oh, sorry. Oh, you haven't been talking. You take it, bro. Take it.
No, I felt optimistic. I felt optimistic because I thought the team looked really good so far throughout the match. I thought that first goal that they gave up was just, like I was telling you guys earlier, that guy Vaco, when I see him in the lineup, I already know he's going to score. He always scores against the Galaxy. He just does. And that goal, it was a busted play. They scored, and oh, wow. But I felt like overall the team was doing good, and I didn't expect them to take their foot off the gas. I expected them to create more chances. So when the San Jose second goal did come in, it kind of surprised me. I didn't think it was I didn't think it was horrible. I still thought, we had a good chance to at least draw, but I didn't think we were going to win like we did, but I didn't feel that the team was going to lose. That second goal that we gave up against San Jose, though, that kind of upset me, just because of the fact that I think it was lack of communication that led to that, but also you got to step up. You can't. Who was it, Eddie? You said that you can't give people that many opportunities in this league because they're going to take them, and the league's getting better like that. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those opportunities where the guy scored a good goal. It was a nice goal, but you gave him that 1 inch, that one little spot, that one moment of hesitation, and he took it, scored. San Jose up 2-1. But I still felt like throughout the entire match, I felt like this was our game to lose, and they stepped up. So hopefully they keep that same kind of level of play going against Portland.
Tony, I know you had some stuff to say.
No, I was just going to say, man, I was freaking confident in the team, dude. Like, before the second half even started, I'm like, all right, we got this shit in the bag. San Jose's playing like shit. Like, as soon as we fucking pressure them, their defense just throws the ball away. Like, we got this, man. We fucking got this. And sure enough, they scored the second goal and kind of deteriorated me, but I still thought we were the better team. That was about it, yeah. Coming into the second.
Going to the second half, I was confident. I thought Pavon was gonna just wreck that fool in the second half. I expected more from Pavon going into the second half than what he was doing by finishing those chances. I was hoping that halftime would serve Zubac well, because he was just missing a couple runs. A couple times he didn't make that first post run when he needed to. That could have created a chance for himself. And I think that's an adjustment that I was hoping to see coming into the second half, because it was pretty obvious to me. So I'm pretty sure it was obvious to the coaches. Over the ball, I felt confident with the Galaxy over the ball because they were moving the ball well. They weren't getting broken down the middle. Everything was through the wings, and I hope playing both ways really helped Felcher just kind of stay put too. So I was hoping that would stay like that, even though Felcher did have his chance in the first half, I believe, right? When he went all the way up.
I mean,
I was good with it. I expected more goals though from the Galaxy. I expected Pavon to fully just destroy that guy on that wing. He was doing it in the first half, and
I mean, he kept doing it in the second half. When that second goal came in, there was just miscommunication on that. But let me ask you guys a question. Do you think that goal could have been saved by Bingham if he would have taken a step earlier?
It was a really good goal, man.
That was a good shot, man.
Yeah, it was just a good shot.
Well, Eddie does not agree.
I agree to disagree then, because
it took that nice bounce too, like 3 yards out. Those are hard, man, for any goalkeeper.
It's the speed too. You're a pro. I mean,
no, that's TV. That's TV speed, bro.
Yeah,
there's only certain frames. There's only frames per second that they can record.
You know what kind of TV I just bought, bro? And, and the money I'm paying for my illegal sites, right? I'm getting 60 frames per second right here.
Well, it's like baseball, man. Like, when you're in the batter's box and a guy throws a 98 mile an hour fastball at you, you have like less than a split second to think about it. In soccer, it's kind of the same. Someone shoots a ball from, even if it's from outside the box, we don't know. Maybe there was some obstruction. Bingham didn't see it until like the last split second. Didn't have time to react. That was a well played shot, though. It was a good goal.
Which is
Not
one of
even
my.
the hair, I would have stopped it, bro.
You mean Keylor Navas, the greatest goalkeeper?
Jaime Penedo would have stopped.
All right, let's just say it's not Bingham's fault. You guys don't put anything on anyone on the defense or anything like.
No, I do.
Centerman.
I do. And I think it should have been either Steris to step up or Kitchen to step up.
It was Kitchen, bro.
In that play, I believe Kitchen was following somebody else, which left Steris to try to step up, but he did not.
That was Felcher that got left behind, right?
But we already know Felcher's the one getting burned all the time. So
the thing is, like, I play defense. I say it all the time, but you got to move up. You got to move up to cut off, to cut off the angle, or at least create some kind of obstruction. And he didn't. He just kind of froze in place, waiting for somebody else to come and cover the guy. I don't know why, because there was nobody was overlapping.
Yeah,
he should have moved up, but he just froze. It's like, come on, dude.
Yeah, and then again, in the second half, it came out with that lackluster effort in the first 10 minutes again, and then after that, the guy actually looked fucking dominate again. To me.
No, yeah, definitely. I know I didn't say the way I felt at halftime, but I was honestly worried. It all goes back to what fucking Edgar put in my head, planted that seed in my head, bro. About Almeida,
Inception.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. It stuck with me, I thought like, damn, it's a tie. We're tied, but it's just like we're just going into this fucking. I don't know, game of wits or whatever, coaching, how do you come out next? And I was nervous. And obviously, just like Tony said, I was demoralized once that second goal went in. And I don't know how many people heard me on the Zoom call, but apparently we weren't supposed to curse. And I dropped a loud F-bomb. And I'm by myself, dude. I'm by myself here, and I usually don't. But this is all your fault, Edgar. So yeah, I yelled it out loud to her. Like my dogs were sleeping, and they both lifted their heads and looked at me like, "Dude, what's wrong with you?" Like that bad. But yeah, so that goal didn't reassure me at all, because I feel like there was some lack in defense. Obviously, Felcher does what Felcher does, and after that, though, it does feel like they woke up. It really does. And I honestly feel like they played even better than they did in the first half. After they conceded that second goal. Edgar, stay with me, man. Open those eyes. We're almost there.
Awake.
I promise
I'm
you.
listening.
And, then came, guys, we got a call. We actually got a call go in our favor.
What?
Do you believe that shit?
A PK?
Do you believe that?
That
And-
was not a PK.
Man.
It looked like a PK, man.
Yeah, seriously, those are the ones that we don't get.
A PK.
Those are
that
the
was
ones we
not
get
a PK?
against us all the time.
Oh, that was lovely.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was bad, dude. I didn't see a PK at all, but I'm thankful. Thank you, refs. Fuck it.
What, did it go off his shoulder or something like
I
that?
honestly believe 100%.
It was just
Fuck San
So-
Jose. Son
Son
hijo de
de
putas,
puta.
but that shit was not a PK, dude.
It was
But I'll take it any day of the week. I mean, how'd you guys see it?
It was straight up his shoulder, bro. I mean, I could imagine what they were thinking. You know, the refs like, oh, his intent was to put his hand or some shit, you know. But it fucking hits them right here. To me, that's not a handball, you know. But I don't care. I'll take it. I'm happy.
All day.
Thank
baby. All day.
There's officials in place for a reason. Let them fuck up. But like Eddie was saying about waking up after the second goal, the subs I think were very key because we got scored on, and it was like 3-4 minutes after that, and you got two subs that not only as fans we wanted to see, but instantly changed the style of play. Right off the bat when Dos Santos and Efra came in, we held the ball for like a good 2 minutes, just going back and forth around the defense. You know, you couldn't break them down that well, but they were taking their touches inside. Even Zubac was coming in and getting his touches, and the game completely changed for us. Completely changed for us.
Dude, how many subs did he do in this game? Do you know?
He did his 3.
He did 3?
Subs,
I'll
right?
look it up for you guys right now.
He did.
He did 4. He did 4. He did 4. He did
Is that a record for him?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
You know what, bro? I think he did all 5.
No, he did 4. I have it up right now.
He did 4.
Yeah, Cognac finally came in.
Koreniak.
Cognac.
Koreniak.
Cognac.
Whatever.
But yeah, to the PK, fucking Pavon, of course, he did what you would hope he did. He just buried it, with full confidence, and that got me kind of hyped, because he got hyped. The guy picked up the ball and like yelled. I'm like, okay, let's go. At that point, I felt like there was no looking back, dude, and there wasn't going to be any looking back.
It wasn't.
And I mean,
Because
after
minutes later,
it was pure dominance, dude. So I know I keep it's a repetitive question, because we came back from behind twice. Now we're 72nd minute and we're tied. What do you guys? We're happy with the tie. You guys were looking that we were gonna win. What was your gut feeling? Because Edgar, you're in my mind because of what you told me. So I'm still like, damn, we're gonna lose now. But how are you guys feeling after that PK?
I felt confident. Like I said, I was thinking the same thing you were thinking about Almeida. But just watching how the team was playing, I was pretty confident. The only thing that was bothering me was that, as is the nature of the sport, is you can be the best team, on the field. You can do everything possible. You can have all the possession in the world, most shots on goal. But if you give up 3 shots and your team converts all 3 shots, what are you going to do? And Galaxy did a really good job of trying to restrict the amount of opportunities San Jose had. But it was such a close game that I felt like San Jose could have stolen it at any moment. But they weren't the ones that stole it.
We were the thieves this
We needed a legitimate hero.
I'm gonna say the total opposite of what Edgar just said. After that tie, I was very confident that we could have got that win. Throughout the first half, aside from those first 15 minutes, we looked like the dominant team. Same thing after that second goal we got scored on. We looked like the better team, and we kept knocking on the door. Aside from all the shit you guys want to give Zubac, dude, he may not have put any goals in this time, but dude, he went in there to fucking try. And that's what I'm gonna fucking give him.
That's the
I'm gonna
word.
hang that
You know.
trifecta on his fucking neck because this dude went in there and tried. He disrupted some defense. He got a couple plays going. He made something happen out of nothing. Whether if it was effective or not, he went in there just to fucking bug people. And that's what you need
You know
out
who
of your
else
forward.
You know who else tried every day was Charlie Brown, dude.
Never kicked
And that dude ended
ball.
up in it. That dude ended up with no clothes on the mound every time.
But see, but
Coyote, you know.
yeah, but I was confident after that time, man. It looked the Galaxy still looked like the better team after that PK that went in. It was for us to lose this game, to be honest. In that second half,
Yeah.
it was for us to lose this game.
You know how I
I
felt
think. Go ahead. Sorry.
for the first time in a long time, like in a good way. I was anxiously excited because you didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You knew that we were attacking and you had your chances. You know, Pavon had a couple shots on goal that actually made me scream like, what the fuck? You know, by myself, like Eddie was saying. Even Zubac had his chance in the box where he chested down. You know, the game was exciting. It was, I wasn't just watching it because I'm a Galaxy fan. At that point, I was just watching like a good overall just match. You know, it was exciting both ways. Me being a fan, I knew that there was a chance that they might get the third off defensive issues because Felcher was still out there. But once they made that sub where Felcher got subbed out, that's when I was completely fully in. Like, all right, now they're gonna just get this win because of how they were moving the ball. But that's what I was. I was a little anxious to see what was gonna happen, and I was excited because it was such a good game at that point. But once that sub happened, I was fully in because I knew I had full confidence in Julian to be able to cover that ground and still help the attack. And Alvarez,
Efra.
you know, Alvarez just couldn't take advantage of his chances. But he made the movement necessary to get those chances too. You know, he played himself into the game.
Yep.
That's the best way I can put it. He played himself into what was going on the field.
Yep.
Because he was subbed to be on the right wing, and he played all across the field in a good way, making an impact on the game.
Who would have thought?
Well, and he's taking that in well.
Who would have thought that we would have needed a Cam? Right?
Really?
Who would have thought?
Me? Oh, me?
Who would have
Oh,
thought?
of course.
Right?
I still think we need a cam. But
Who would have thought? A Cam makes a difference in the team. Isn't that some shit?
hold on, guys. Hold on. Relax. So
I think the number of subs too. You know, the subs were really good subs.
Yeah.
You know, Felcher had a yellow. He had a good reason to be subbed out. The foul or the yellow card that Araujo got was a smart play because he got beat off somebody that was going to put the defense on their back heels, and that was a good foul. And GBS trusted the young kid to stay out there with the yellow card and play both ways.
Yep.
Shows a lot. Shows a lot of confidence that he's showing on the younger players.
yeah.
Raul should not be.
No, I was also seeing a lot of questions, or not a lot, but you know, there was a lot of comments about how whether or not Ifra should get more minutes. I think he's getting the right amount of minutes right now.
Yeah.
I think that's exactly what we need, especially if you're gonna give the team 5 subs where GBS can use 4 of them this way. Because right now, if we can still ease Jonah into the starting lineup and keep Kitchen and Corona performing, to make that dual sub, I think would be deadly in any game against any team in this league.
You're right.
Because they connected really well.
You're right.
If you look back at the game, I'm gonna just assume they connected in about 10 passes in about 35 minutes or 30 minutes. Just Jonah and Alvarez.
He has the young
And that's a
confidence
lot. If you're talking about
national player right there, dude. Like that's
And how many
Mexican connection right there that they had. And I think I'll buy into what you're just saying about that they had 10 passes to each other in those 35 minutes. That seems like a legit.
I'm gonna say Alvarez had you know, maybe 14, 15 touches in that half that he played.
Alvarez came in
and he got, you know, he could have put it on goal, but he had his shots, you know.
No
Pavon was
fear.
able to play with the youngster.
No fear.
Yeah.
Alvarez came in here with no fear. Scumhole who?
Yeah.
But let's move on, guys.
Well said, Spenny. Well said.
Yeah, well said. We're running a little late. Poor Edgar over there.
I know.
Is just struggling to keep his eyes open. Edgar, we got your back.
Welcome to this
Sorry to pick on you, but you aged yourself on this episode. So hopefully people forget. It's not like people watch us. So you're good. So you know, I mentioned we got to call our way to quote a movie But wait,
There's
there's more. So, dude, he didn't get credited for the assist, but off a corner from
El Niño.
Efra, I'm taking my time because
El Niño.
I saw it. You saw it.
I saw it.
All the rest of you saw it. Somebody tell me what happened. How did that go in?
It went in.
It's credited to Lletget.
That's it. It went in.
Imaginary friend knocked it in. I
It
don't
went
know,
in,
man.
bro. It went in.
We were talking about it earlier. It hit somebody's chest and went off somebody else's chest and off a backboard and into the net. I don't know.
So those FIFA goals actually do happen, guys. You see?
Yeah.
Damn it, FIFA Pro Clubs. You're right.
That's pretty much what it was, dude. It was just fucking like shenanigans, and who cares? It went in.
Yeah.
Shamrocks and shenanigans.
I really don't know how the fuck it went in, but it went in. I'm
The way I saw it is the goalie got a touch, legit chested down, and he tipped it in. Whether the defender was the last one to touch it, that's a different story. But I know legit did chest it down. The way I saw it was he just chested down and put a touch on it towards the goal, and whether the defender had the final touch or ricocheted off of him, it ended in the back of the net, which is all I give a fuck about.
Back-to-back goals from Lletget.
Damn.
And, you know, whatever it was, he put pressure on the defender to make a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, he showed up again in a big game. Like
That's
you
that
guys don't like to
international-
acknowledge.
That's that international legit, guys.
That's international Lletget.
Yeah, for sure, dude. That's what it kind of reminds me of right now, dude.
Yeah, just how I mentioned Efra playing himself into the game. You know, legit played himself into these chances too.
Damn.
Yup.
Which segues to our award ceremony.
Then you want to go awards?
Yeah.
This guy.
Because we fucking won this game. It might not have been convincingly, but we played well. Aside from those two fuck ups, we played well last game. I mean, is this a good team? And with that being said, I'm gonna give my next standing award already.
Damn, you're already going that fast, Brian?
Yes,
Dun, dun, dun.
because I am pumped.
Go ahead.
Mm.
Pump man.
My next standing award goes to Sir Sebastian. I buy her first purse. Legit. This man not only performed well in this game, he performed well in last game. After talking all that shit of trusting the process and of other stuff when he wanted to take his cleats off. These last two games, he did not take his cleats off. He put them on. He scored. Got us a result. Thank you, Legit.
I'll go next. For me, I thought it was a no-brainer. It's Pavon. Pavon took advantage of all the space. It's one of those games where you look at it closely and you can see that he opened up the space for the rest of the team too. He knew this guy was his bitch, for layman's terms, and he took him out of the game. The guy Thompson had a night that he wants to forget for the rest of his life.
Who's that?
Exactly. You know, nobody's ever gonna mention that guy, but yeah, Pavon did what he did. I don't know what his successful dribble completion was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100%. Because yeah, Pavon had himself a night in my eyes.
You guys?
Anybody else? No, all right. I guess mine. I'm gonna have to agree with you, Brian. I think it's legit for sure, man. Because he came in through, man. He came clutch, bro. Right in the fucking last when we needed him. He fucking scored the goal. It doesn't matter how it went in, but point is that he brought it down and it went in because of him. So I think he fucking deserves it, man. And in the first half, like he was part of the reason why we were playing so good, So yeah, I give it to him.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm torn as to who I would give next standing and honorable mention to because I felt like they're kind of interchangeable. But this man scored the goal. Go for Lletget. I've been saying it all along. This is the Lletget that should have always been there. If he hadn't gotten injured. But I'm really happy to see that he's back to his old form. Hopefully, he can keep it going. The rest of the way, and get rid of all that talk about how we should sell him or we should give somebody else a spot. According to Eddie, we should sell him to Levas and see what we can get. That'll be interesting. But yeah, my next standing goes to Sebastian Lletget.
Fanny.
Let's give it to the Jet. I think he outperformed our expectations. Certainly your guys' expectations.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
For back-to-back games.
Hell yeah.
He did well playing offensively, which is what I think a lot of people have been waiting for. I'll say the same way I said about Efra. He played himself into this game. He imposed his style into the game as well. He wasn't an absence offensively or defensively. You know, he did his work on both sides of the ball while being important to the attack. You know, maybe not as important as Pavon overall impact on the game, but he outplayed our expectations, which is why I think
More
he's
than
a
we
nice
can ask for.
pick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you give yours? Everyone gave
And in the late stages of the game, you know.
Clutch.
I mean, some players. I think some Galaxy players, you know, from last season or even earlier in this roster would have been happy with getting a 2-2 tie at home against San Jose.
Agreed.
No, that he went after that too. You know, he played to the last minute. He didn't, like Brian's been saying, he didn't want to take off his boot off, and he didn't want to take them off early. You know, he played to the 89th minute when they scored. How many times haven't we lost a game in the 89th minute, in the 88th minute? You know,
Trust the process.
the team went after it.
All right. What do you want to do next, Brian, since you started off? Honorable, Geo?
Game is off award.
You want me to go first? I'll go first.
It's gonna be unanimous.
I have to split it.
Yep.
I
Oh, you haven't said the name.
No, come on, man.
okay,
Choose
you
one.
understand why?
You haven't said the name.
No,
yet.
No, you understand.
No.
Oh,
Uno.
One guy,
all right,
man.
fine. Felcher.
This ain't a banana,
There
homie.
you
Can't
This is
go.
spit it.
Felcher. This is easy. This is Felcher. But I also want to talk shit to Spectrum and the Galaxy for not figuring out a better solution.
Nah.
That's it. But Felcher definitely game is off award. It's Felcher. I guess game off award doesn't necessarily apply to Spectrum because it's not the first time they fuck up. Their game's always off when it comes to the Galaxy. But yeah, so Felcher easy I think, and I am assuming this is gonna be a sweep.
Sweep.
I'll be surprised if it's not. I don't even
Sweep.
think there's an argument or an explanation why, because we all have eyes.
Sweep.
Except the people that didn't get to watch it because of Spectrum. But
Sweep.
yeah, Brian.
What he said.
Huh?
You guys, Edgar. Game is off.
Culture.
Tony.
Culture.
I'm gonna say Bingham just because I'd rather have him out of the game, or the fucking team than Felcher. So yeah.
Wow.
That's a good. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know these awards don't actually count towards anything, right, Tony?
Yeah, I'll give him the award, dude. He get him out.
The real to me, damn it.
Oh my
Spenny?
God.
I guess if we have to give it to someone, yeah. I don't even think he necessarily deserves it again for the second week. I don't think nobody should really get it. But yeah, I'll still give it a Felcher for 2 weeks in a row. I will say I'm a little disappointed in Pavon. He didn't do horrible at all, but it's just he has such a mismatch that I don't think he
Took fully advantage of
did
it.
enough. Like as crazy as that may sound for his skill set, I think he should have destroyed that guy. In the
He
second
did
half.
though. He made it look like
But he
shit.
didn't. I mean, he had his chances on goal, I know, but it just I feel like he
Could've done
I don't
more.
know. I just felt like he was toying with him and he was waiting to explode on him and he just didn't. You know, once they made the sub, they had some fresh legs on him around the 80th minute.
Yeah.
You know. Pavon going completely off topic, but you know, he passed up a shot because he was that tired. When he had those touches with Zubac in the box, where even Zubac passed up the shot.
Oh
because
yeah,
they
he
were
gave it
both
to
tired.
Legit. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
everybody
you
was
know?
tired at that point though.
But I
Everybody
think-
looked gassed at that point.
That's what I'm saying. I think he didn't use his chances well enough in the second half to really just, you know, differentiate himself from the other talents in this league and show Europe like, hey, look at me.
Wait, so are you giving him the Geo award too, or what?
Nah, it's like an honorable mention, Gio.
Speaking of honorable mentions, I got one.
Go ahead.
GBS gets my honorable mention.
All right.
In these last two games, rivalry games, which I'm pretty sure we've all had him in the hot seat. Well, at least I have. No, it's not a cop out. He deserves it. In these last two games against rival teams, who we have said on this show that if he lost to these two teams, he should probably be considered to be out. He's gotten 6 points from this.
You're honorably mentioning him because he did his job.
Did it right. Did he do it right in the bubble? He did not.
Oh,
He even questioned
hey,
his.
Brian,
He
you
even
did your
questioned.
job right.
He even
Good job.
questioned
Come
his.
on,
He
man.
even questioned his team in the bubble if they wanted to play LAFC.
You're here for results.
Yet he played LAFC, shut him out in a first away win, and then came back
Cop
home,
out.
home,
Cop out.
and got 3 points against San Jose.
Cop out.
Another
Anybody
rivalry.
got a good answer out there?
I got one.
Man, fuck y'all.
I
got one too.
I didn't get to watch this live, and I would have liked to see this performance live. Actually, I'm gonna give it to Benny Corona because did you hear the guy being mentioned in the game?
No.
You know, he did get a yellow, but it was a smart foul too. You know, it wasn't something that led the team to be in a dangerous position. The guy just wasn't mentioned.
He didn't get a yellow though.
Yeah, but it was a smart foul though. It wasn't like he cut off a breakaway instead of putting his defense on a 4-on-3 or on a 3-on-3.
That's a good one. He played great, dude. He played great.
You know, if somebody that's playing in the middle of your field doesn't get mentioned, right, and you're not losing the game because you're moving the ball. They were moving the ball pretty well. It's because you have somebody that's doing the small things of cutting off lanes. You know, San Jose couldn't play through the middle. They were playing everything through the wings and trying to outrun Felcher or play the long ball, you know. Espinoza kept trying to nutmeg Steris and Depew, and it didn't work. And it didn't work for him. You know, they were trying to play that one-on-one on the wings because they couldn't go to the middle.
Oh, Depew should be starting from now on.
They couldn't get through Perry Kitchen and Joe Corona. I think Perry Kitchen didn't get it for me because of that last play. Because as a center mid, you know, you have your side. You're either playing on the left or on the right. You're there to help the run behind the right back and that cutback. So as soon as that cutback happened, Kitchen should have cut off the passing lane by attacking. I forget the guy's name. You know, number 11, so he wouldn't take that shot. So that's why I wouldn't give it to him over Benny Corona, who didn't get mentioned, and his yellow was justified in my eyes to stop an attack from a very dangerous team going forward in San Jose.
Especially on the counter. Tony?
Yeah.
Honorable mention, it would have to be our number 10, man, Pavon, dude. It just goes to show that we fucking need him. We need him. And the only thing, like Spenny said, dude, I was disappointed a bit on him a little bit because so many times, dude, I saw him taking that wing, and I was thinking, like, dude, fuck Zubac, just shoot this shit. Shoot this shit. Like, he could have, like, even with your left, dude, just fucking shoot it. A power shot doesn't fucking matter. He could have gotten at least, like, a good 5 off, and he didn't. He chose to go for the pass. But, you know, it is what it is. But I honestly think, like, he is a person that we fucking need. And, yeah, dude, he showed us in every game he plays. He shows it.
Edgar, honorable mention.
You know, I could easily say Christian Pavon, but I think we've come to expect him to always show up for every match. So I'm gonna give it to somebody that I've seen like really step up in the last few games, and that's Julian Araujo. He was everywhere you needed him to be in this last game. He was providing. He was a spark on offense. I felt like he could have had an assist or two, and he was also great on defense. I mean, the guy was doing everything. He's really stepped up. I'm really pleasantly surprised of what an amazing, well-rounded player he's become, and I really hope he keeps improving as we go along. Trust the process.
18 years
did I
old,
just say
dude.
that?
Yeah, I did
18
say
years
it.
old.
It came out of his mouth. Is it my turn?
It is
I
your
didn't say
turn.
it.
It is your turn, Eddie.
Mine's gonna be a little different. It's gonna be Efra. It's just the kid is showing the Efra we expected. You know, he's coming in back-to-back games and just the boy is smooth. You know, he's showing his worth now. He came in against Lebas. He tried to take a player on and everything. I think he came in this game and it would even say he improved from the last one. Can't mention any mistakes. He connected with Jonah very well. He should have been granted the assist. Of course, that's the way soccer works. If it hits a second person, you don't get the assist or whatnot. But yeah, dude, Efra's starting to show that he wants to be here. This is all he's playing for. There is no youth teams playing this season. national teams. This is his full focus, and he's taking advantage of every minute he gets. He's not discouraged, and it's easy for a young guy to get discouraged. And yeah, dude, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm actually getting excited about Efra again. So for me, it's Efra, and I don't give it to Lletget or any of the CDMs, which you could. It's just because you guys give it. So cop out or not, I just had to make sure that Efra gets that mention.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, Efra will appreciate it because obviously every player watches the show.
Yeah, obviously. Without a doubt.
We all know Sebastian Lletget watches the show because he's been listening to our criticisms.
No shit. That's what
he better have.
Welcome.
He better have. All right, Eddie. Take us home, baby.
That's it.
That is it.
All right, cool. So the Galaxy play again on Wednesday against the Portland Timbers away. If I'm not mistaken, this is the second time. Last time we had to travel to Los Angeles, which is far. So this would be the second time we play away in this current situation. I'm not sure if we'll be able to put anything out. So I just want to ask you guys real quick. Just score. You don't have to give me scores or nothing. Predictions, how's it going to go against Portland? Bryant, since you're here next to me, how's it going to go?
We tie.
We tie?
Yeah.
All right. No score? Line? You don't have to.
Yeah.
2-2.
What's the score, man?
2-2.
2-2. Nice. I like it because we scored twice. I'll take it over there. Edgar.
I say 2-2 as well. I'm more concerned about what's going on in Portland as far as the civil unrest because that's the one place that's still going on. I was thinking about it today because I was like, man, I've been to Portland. It's not a small city, but it's also pretty compact. So I'm sure that it's a concern, especially with on top of all the coronavirus stuff going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just something that's on my mind. But I really hope the guys can go in there and get a good result. I expect a 2-2 draw, and if we get a win, oh hell yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Party at Edgar's.
Yeah. Party in the pool.
Oh wait, you have a pool? What's up out there?
Let's go,
Tony.
Dude. You know what? I think we're gonna fucking surprise the world. We're gonna shock the system.
Yeah.
And we're gonna win.
Master.
We're gonna win, dude. 3-2, dude. It's gonna be a tough battle, but we're gonna come out at the top in the end.
Sorry.
I like
We're
that.
wrapping up. We're wrapping up. I'm sorry for kicking you. I was
You're wrapping up.
You're wrapping up,
Adrian.
Spenny. That's good.
Hey Tony,
Yeah.
are you gonna shock the system with the shock master?
Fuck.
Hey, Spenny,
Spenny, wrap
how's
up.
it gonna go?
I think it's going to be another close game to the end, and it's going to be up to the team if they're going to finish the game on a 3-2 win or on a 3-2 loss.
Ooh.
They scored 2 goals on back-to-back games in games where I thought that they could have put more shots in the back of the net if they would have just finished a couple more chances.
Mm-hmm.
And Zubak is still gaining experience. If he can get another few days with Pavon where he can read those runs and execute on at least one more, it's going to show us whether he is a player to keep by getting those balls in the back of the net. Like I mentioned earlier, Kobe Jones said that, you can't give a good striker now in the MLS 2 or 3 chances because they're going to put him away. So Pavon or Zubak has to become that kind of player for us now while Chicharito comes back. So
What's the
I expect that
timetable
to be the
for
difference.
Chicha's return, by the way?
He's coming Sunday. That's for sure.
You heard
He's
it.
gonna be
Against
on the
LAFC?
roster.
Yep. He asked Almeida in the interview after the post interview after the game, and he said that he doesn't think he'll be good on Wednesday,
GBS.
but more or less, GBS. I'm sorry, but
Oh,
more or
no,
less,
yeah.
no, my bad. But more or less that he's gonna be top tip shape for Sunday.
There it is.
Top tip shape.
That's
for
That's
Sunday.
what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't imagine GBS saying top tip of shape. I'm like, damn.
No, you swear, come on, dude. You swear he's gonna say that. But yeah, it's pretty much what he said, dude. He's gonna be playing on Sunday.
Tight. So for me, it's
Top tip shape.
so I want to believe. I want to believe and think that the process is real. So I'm gonna go with the tie. I'm gonna go 1-1. It's a tough place to play at, and
Everybody's sticking ties here.
no, I'm going tie because it's,
Shame on you guys.
I'm going to
Shame
win,
on
bro.
you
I'm
guys.
going to win.
it's a tough place to play.
Hey,
And-
we're
and-
dealing with the MLS
No,
back
it's
Cup
not.
champs.
It's an empty stadium, Eddie.
Yep.
But the
What are you talking about? It's a town place.
No,
But it's not an empty city, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about the field itself, though, and those are tough situations. If you're not aware, the way this thing works, how you play in like close, like in your conference or whatever they're trying to call it, the Galaxy flies in the same day. They only get to like touch on the ground on the field like seconds. It's different. I'm talking about more of the,
Perfect.
I'm talking about more.
Get in, do your job, get out.
I'll be happy with the 1-1 because that means the defense did a great job on that tough field, not stadium, to play on, because it's fucking plastic. Soccer's played on grass, not on plastic.
And it's called soccer.
They have those feral cats, though, man. You gotta watch out for those feral cats.
There you go. You see.
Will feral cats.
and thank you everyone for watching. I know we went on late today. We just had.
Wait.
Oh, I know.
Wait. Are we having a pod next Sunday since we're playing Levas? And we're playing them late at 7:30. It's probably gonna end like we're gonna start at 9 then.
Wait, it's on a Sunday?
Yeah, dude. I just checked.
Against
Wednesday.
LAFC, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday at 7:30, bro.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, that is a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I guess we'll get back to that. I honestly didn't realize it was on a Sunday.
Yeah, so we'll have those 2 games to talk about.
Hey, I got nothing to do on Monday, so if you guys want to go late night, we'll figure it out. Anyway, anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I know we went up late this Sunday, so apparently if we go on next week, we're gonna go late again. We appreciate all the questions, all the likes, all the comments on the live feed, and yeah, make sure to share, recommend it to your friends if you like it. I understand we're not very
Popular.
on time. Most of the times, what I was gonna say is just find the right words.
The word is professional.
There you go. That's the word, stupid Brian. See,
The fuck is that?
I have Almeida and the word professional in my head now. So
See, Edgar, that's your fault.
again, yeah, make sure to share. We also are on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, you name it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram as Eddie_Nags, on Twitter as Eddie Nags altogether.
I loved how you struggled through that whole verse.
I'm tired.
I know you are.
I did too. And I played soccer this morning.
You did.
Oh, boo boo.
No.
Fuck y'all. You catch me on PSN as a CDM or left back as Bryant Nags, Bryant Nags, or on Instagram and Twitter as Bryant Nags. So it's the same thing. Spenny.
I'm on Twitter under Spenny Bayless. And to address Fela Rivera, he's actually right. He put on the comments how Ashley Cole did play against Colorado. He missed the penalty.
You wanted
I was
that.
wrong.
Fuck you, fucking Red Devil.
I was wrong in that. But I was right in the fact that Felcher got more wins than him for Ashley Cole being such a baller.
Well, you know what I'm also right in? Fuck Felcher. Bam.
Hi, Tony.
All right. You can find me on
Just kidding.
you can find me on IG or Twitter under Tony_Royale. Hit me up.
All right, Edgar, take us home.
Well, you can find me on PSN. It's the only place you can find me these days. Northern_Raven. I'll help you win on Warzone.
Oh man, you sounded like you were just got a sponsor deal right there. Again, thank you everyone for watching on this late Sunday night. We'll try to catch you next week. We'll figure it out because I just found out that we played Sunday night. I didn't realize that. But for Edgar, Tony, Spenny, Bryant, my name's Eddie. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Keep on nagging.
Keep on nagging. I'm about to chug a beer though.
Chug
Yeah,
it.
do
Chug
it,
it before I do
Do it.
that.
Nice.
Do it.
Chug it.
Cero miedo.